Hello and welcome to Forgecraft, Season 3, Episode 5. I've been doing a little bit of magic off-cam. For some reason, took a bit of lag. Uh, yeah, I went and got a new, not so much a scroll, book. Basically, the book allows me to mess around and do something else. But for now, all but that. And I hear wisps outside. But yeah, I will say that the spell I have is very nice, but it's an issue. Now, I'll show you why in a second. First thing, it's always good to have a spell book. Even if you only have one spell, shift right click to open it, because you can hold it in here. So even if you have only one spell, you can use it. And I killed the light mage. Or a light mage, I guess. And I blew his head off. This spell, it may not be too good against, say, magic users, but it's good enough. And I'm getting some XP. Let's see. You can see the cows running around after I've injured them. Okay, let's start this. Blank Rune. Vintium Dust. Arrow. Snowball. Red Rune. Iron Sword. Spell Parchment. There we go. And this one is the Novice Force Bolt. It's actually just physical damage, but it's a good one to start with regardless, because it should be cheaper in mana to cast. And currently I don't have to fight anything that requires bypassing damage reduction, so this is basically equivalent to a ranged sword. And that's about it. Let us see. 22 mana compared to the 60 something. Much better. And shift right click. It's been added to my tome. Now, when you have your book on your hotbar, you can shift and scroll, or you can use the, I guess, the previous, basically the back and forward key for, not the actual back and forward key, what is it, for me, I just have it as on my brackets. It allows me to switch between my spells, but I prefer the shift and switch. Let's see, and it should do as much damage as my firebolt. Only it doesn't bypass armor. Fire bypasses armor, but it doesn't have the, as I guess, kick as a normal spell, and it has more cost. The fire, it's able to do more damage, but whatchamacallit, magic resistance and fire resistance both affect it. There. That's basically what I'm just trying to say. And this spell, now that it's cheaper to cast, I can kill those things. Actually, snipe it. I'm actually pretty good with this boulder. And I've been able to kill them before. Those ones that get really high up, they just don't care. So I take full advantage of that. And I think it's either dead or out of my reach. There we go. And he's been knocked back. The physical one has some knockback, not much. don't expect it to save your life if you're fighting a horde. But it's enough to knock this thing just so ever so slightly out of my reach. I want him to explode and give me... Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, this is the only spell I'm actually really good at sniping with because it's physical damage. I can't tell if I killed him. I don't think I did, unfortunately. But he's too far up now. I don't really care at that point. Yeah, he's too far up. But regardless, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's pretty much the spell I got from that. And what I did was I went and got for my last point I used. Again, things are running in the background for some reason. It doesn't matter. I went over here, went to the talents, and I got this mana regen, which is much better. And there's also another thing I need to talk about for fire. But while I'm doing this, I want to get the touch or self. I think touch is the better choice for this. It allows still combat experience. You may notice in the left bottom that there's a fire aspect thing. Actually, it's better shown here. And a stone one. This is the affinity. Resistant to fire, fire punch, and weakness to water. This is actually an issue if it gets too high. While it's good for fire, and if you have high affinity, you can actually punch things and it will set them on fire. The downside is you will start taking damage when you touch water, and that's not helpful in any way. Then you have the exact opposite. Personally, I don't really care much for these. I like this stone skin, which allows... It's basically like armor and solid bones. I think if you fall, you can actually avoid some damage. Don't quote me on that. I prefer that and this. Well, this does slow you down. There's a couple spells that'll hasten you up, and it really won't matter at that point. But pretty much these two. This one's not really good either because this also is a weakness to water, and if you have both of these, you're pretty much... It's like stepping into lava if you have both of these, I think. It does quite a bit of damage. This one, you never really want to get the full thing. It sounds good, but if you injure or kill something, you suffer from nausea for like 10 seconds every kill. And yeah, that's kind of a detriment when you're fighting. So, next thing on the list, I went and finished my... Let me out. I went and finished this. Filled it full of lava, and while I'm thinking about it, okay, I have to use an open hand apparently, and throw that in there. Now, let's do this. First thing I need to do is, I believe it was a 1 to 2, so there, or 1 to 1, a 1 to 3. So that should be enough. And while that's cooking up, I have to go do this. I need some stone. Oh, I thought that was a cow for a second. I need the tool binding, tool rod, and pickaxe. You. I don't suggest getting a cast of these just because they're not as useful immediately. Later on, a cobalt hammer is very nice, but you just want to get a full pickaxe worth of stone materials. They don't really need to be stone, but I prefer stone because it's very cheap, to say the least. Okay, let's see how much I got. 8 ingots worth. That's perfect, because I have a couple things I need other than just this. So you just take your stone, whatever, throw it in there, and right click that. Wait for it to harden. Take both of them. You now have a tool rod cast. Not this. You take the stone one. I hate things running in the background. I'll deal with it later. Or soon, depending on how annoying this gets, because it's already getting very annoying. Toss those two in. Or technically toss them all in. Doesn't really matter as much. The stone pickaxe head. Don't need that. Let's see. I don't usually get metal tools, metal axes and everything, but I do want a sword and a wide guard. Both of those are pretty good. I sometimes get the knife just because I can, but it's really not too helpful, so I suggest against it. The stone blade, and personally there's also another way to use it. Actually, I should have a piece of stone fragment thing here. Yes. Woohoo. And there we go. Stone wide guard. I do believe touch is better, cheaper than projectile, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. But okay, first thing, I want to have the pickaxe just to make sure that it actually does work. I don't want to have any mess ups and not have enough material, even though I know I have 8. I don't want to risk it. And for now, I'll just throw this out. It takes 5 hits to kill a creeper. Okay, 6. Maybe I'm thinking about the whatchamacallit. Okay, I don't know where that pit came from, but it's there. Okay, that was actually kind of funny. Oh, you know what? That's actually where the meteor hit. Okay, so I have the full pickaxe. I don't have to worry about that anymore. and I really won't need those anymore until later, and I mean a lot later. Sword blade, get a cast of that. And the wide guard. That's the second to last cast I need to make for the most part. The last one needs to be an ingot. Oh. And after that, it's just easy to do this. Make a bunch of ingots of whatever's left. It should just be aluminum brass, and there shouldn't be much left. There we go. And the ingot cast, you always want to have one of these no matter what. Don't try to cheapskate it, no, just do it. It's very cheap to make it, and it's well worth the time. I need... Okay, I actually do need the pickaxe binding. Or I think I still have it actually. Nope. And not in here either. Okay, I lost it. Okay, well, I know exactly which bindings I want for all my advanced tools. Where is it? Huh. I do seem to have misplaced it, and I have no clue where I misplaced it as well. I was hoping it was like in there. Oh, I forgot. I shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't really matter as much, I guess. Oh, there it is. Obsidian bindings. These are the best bindings for your pickaxes. If you want durability over, I guess, speed. And it's very cheap. Obsidian's very easy to get. And it's well worth the time. Let's go on. The next thing I need is... Okay, it was 4 iron ingots, 2 obsidian, and 3 of that, I think. Don't quote me on this because I have no clue. I'm actually just chucking it all in and hoping it works. I have no clue. The aluminum ore should melt first. Regardless, I'm going to have to use that for a lot of aluminum. And I have an extra bucket of lava just in case I need it. It should take a very long time before this runs out. In fact, I don't need... Yep, the iron's next, and then obsidian, which takes... Okay, it takes about the 3rd longest of any of the... Oh, okay, 3rd or 4th longest. It takes a while, let's just say that. And while I'm doing that, oh, by the way, you shouldn't just rapid spam the spell, because you get a lot less XP, down to like no XP. I don't like that grass can actually, Okay, I'm just going to snipe non-mobile targets. Or at least not very fast-moving targets. more of this Tarma root. At least it should be Tarma root. I can't remember what its name is off the top of my head. It should be Tarma root. And but yeah, if you just spam it like this, you're not getting any XP at that point. Okay. Alumite. Iron. Okay. Okay, I'm only off by 1. That's good. Throw in some alumite, or aluminum, to make the rest of alumite. Really, alumite is a really poor substance, and I heard the creeper, and I'm lagging pretty bad because of that background program. There we go. And he's probably from the cave. Is that melted yet? Okay. Background program, stop doing that. I think I need one more. I can't tell anymore. I just chuck in whatever I see fit. Eventually I can just siphon it all out as whatchamacallit, ingots. And I'm gonna have to pause here to go get rid of that background program because it's starting to annoy me. Be right back. And I should be back. Basically, Windows is just updating and not liking me. Okay, let's see if this works. Yes, that did work. Just need to make sure. Let's see, I need that, that, and that. And probably the rest of that. Luckily I only need 2 ingots. I do believe I have 6. Pick. Binding. Oh yeah, and that binding that I made is not going to be for the alumite because I just don't like alumite at all. And it's not because it's pink, it's just one of those intermediate things that really has no real use. And it's kind of sad because it's mildly expensive just to have a intermediate basically. I mean, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's annoying. Let's just say that. I just don't like having to make something specific just to get the final tier. It feels like an unneeded step. As the only thing that's different from that is that it can mine. The only difference between a diamond pick and that is that it can mine cobalt. Okay. This is a white mage. Ow. They don't intend to kill you, but they will. Just don't get in their way. I have armor on, and that still hurt. Yeah, he's fighting the Hectate, isn't he? And that's one of the guys that I killed. But he's got something on his back, and I can't exactly... Jaun? Probably a reference to something that I really don't care. But yeah, basically what I do with this alumite is I just make the pick, and then I can either make something else out of it. And it's usually nothing very important. Sometimes I'll make, whatchamacallit, daggers out of them and break them. Of course, I'll kill things with it, but pretty much its main purpose is to break. And there we go. I now have the ability to go to the Nether and mine some more. I need this. That, and that. I now have a pink pickaxe. And that's pretty much the only use for it. Now, it's time for me to dump everything in my inventory, including my book, because I don't want to lose that book later on. I even made this thing to test if it still does the horrid lag for no reason for having it out, and yes, it still does. So, word of advice, don't use that. I would take the shovel, but I don't want to waste it. And really, I don't need to take this pickaxe either. Don't need to take that. Paper... blah, blah. I probably can just throw this in here. Done. No points. I'm ready. I'm taking the iron armor just because, why not? It protects me from not dying quicker. And I just need to go grab, what is it, 5 pieces of ore. No, 6 pieces of ore. I need 3 of each, cobalt and ardite. And with my luck, I will probably run into the issue that I always seem to, is that I'll find all but one critical point of material that I need. Okay, I'm going to let that load for a second, that way I don't have any lag or any issue. Because I do know where some is. That's a fire elemental. I need to get over there, and I'm going... The issue I have with these fire elementals is that they hurt. Don't let them hit you. They really set you on fire, and it just gets more and more annoying as they hit you. Ow. That hurt. What is that? Where is it? Okay, that's some sort of blink dog thing. It reminds me of the blink dog. If you don't know what that is, it's a reference to Dungeons and Dragons, which is actually a game I used to play for a very long period of time when I was was younger. It was a very fun thing. Always fun. Okay. I hear that if you just shift and try not to get hit. Yeah, this is going to end with me very dead. If I don't. So I got cobalt, and I know where some Archadeas is. I just need to get to it. There. Hit the wall. Harder than I expected. And I'm dead. Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to go kill things, and I'll return next time to actually make the pickaxe that I expected. That's sad. Oh yeah, I also forgot to turn off my that Tinker's construct. You never get to basically just keep your hunger. I don't like that. It's a personal preference. I know it's more realistic or whatever it is. Technically it probably shouldn't be realistic, since when you die you really lose. You pretty much lose everything. What is it that the only thing that you keep is the hunger that you had beforehand? And I'm just gonna dig into here and live for a bit. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. If you like what you're watching, subscribe. If not, oh well. Have a nice day. Yada yada. Putting my armor back on. And hopefully I'll be safe till whenever. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.